almost quit guitar, not because I don't enjoy music. It's because every time that I picked up the guitar, it felt uncomfortable. The neck of the guitar was too big. It was really hard for me to make certain chords on the guitar. And overall, it just felt awkward. I started to wonder if there was something wrong with me, and maybe guitar wasn't that easy as other people had presented. Then I decided to buy a new guitar. This really made me want to play more, and that's what I want to share with you today. I think this guitar is great for anybody who is a beginner or any adult learner. So how did I get to my breaking point with the guitar? The first guitar that I had was a Cordoba Cadet 3/4 size classical guitar with nylon strings. And I did really enjoy playing the guitar, but then at some point, something changed. I realized that the guitar just didn't function the way I wanted it to. It had a wide neck, which made it hard to play, and the distance between the frets was really large, and I have very small hands, so that just didn't work. I had used nylon strings on a ukulele, and it felt comfortable, but then when I tried playing nylon strings on a classical guitar and tried strumming, it just wasn't really working for me. And I reached this point where I thought either I'm going to change guitars or I'm just going to quit completely. So this is the Taylor GS Mini Sapel. So it has the Sitka spruce top. It's really lightweight and comfortable to hold. The body size is not too deep, and it allows you to put your arm around easily and be able to strum. The neck on the guitar is not very wide. It's fairly narrow, and also it's not very long. So when you're trying to reach chords between the frets, for someone with small hands, it's much more comfortable. I get a lot less shoulder strain and pain in my hands. Before I chose this guitar, I played a lot of different guitars, and one of the biggest problems I had was that all the full-size guitars just felt awkward, and I really felt concerned when I was playing them in the store that they weren't going to allow me to play comfortably. And then if you're not playing comfortably, you're not going to be able to play for long periods of time. And this is really the most comfortable guitar I think I have played so far. So the sound was one of the things that I realized the sound was going to allow me to have more fun, and being able to strum was that also allowed me to really enjoy more playing.
Stars, look how they shine for you, and everything you do, yeah, they're all yellow.
You can also play with a pick, and this is going to be quite a bit louder. So as you can see as you can hear, you definitely get plenty of projection and volume from this guitar, even with the small size. But for this Sapel guitar, it has, I would say, a brighter tone. So if you're looking for a guitar that has maybe more of a bass sound, a little bit more mid-tone sounds, you might want to choose a different wood. There are different wood options with this shape of guitar. So you can get mahogany or koa wood or rosewood, and each of them has a little bit different sound. So if you like the style of this, there are more options for you. And then there's also, you can get with electronics. The one that I chose does not have any electronics. If you enjoyed this video so far, please make sure to like, comment, or subscribe. I appreciate you supporting my channel. So what are some of the reasons that I like to play this guitar more than my old guitar is that I'm able to do strumming a lot easier, and I've been able to play a lot more pop and Beatles songs and just more upbeat songs with it. And it's really given me a lot more enjoyment and desire to pick up the guitar. I found that I've been playing it way more than I was playing my classical guitar before I bought this one. And then I also feel like because I have a guitar that I enjoy playing, I actually play a lot more. I got back into songwriting and have written quite a few more songs. You really want to have a guitar that you can play often, because the more you play, the better you'll get, and you'll also get that enjoyment out of it. And so this guitar really has helped me make that shift from it's frustrating to it's fun. Now, as far as playability goes, because this is narrow and there's a short distance between the frets, it makes it a lot easier to reach certain chords. And even I've been able to make chords that are bar chords, so that's been a change, which I could not reach a bar chord at all on the other guitar. What I wanted to talk about is what they call the action on the guitar, and that's the distance. So I'll show here, is the distance between the string and the fretboard. And that is how much distance you have to press the string down in order to get the sound. And so now I notice it's so much easier. I don't have to press as far, and it's a lot easier for me to reach. So overall, this guitar is great for anyone who's a beginner. It's great for someone who likes to do songwriting, because it's comfortable to grab and play a few chords and then work on your lyrics or other things. Is versatile, and it can be used in a lot of different ways. So for me, it's been my primary guitar for the last 6 months or so, but other people use it for traveling because it is relatively small and easy to travel with. Some people have it as a secondary guitar. And then in my case, because I don't have electronics, it's great for using at home and it's not too loud. It's great for somebody who wants to be just a hobbyist guitar. You can get reasonably good sound out of it, and it will last a long time. So let's talk about price and cost for this Taylor GS Mini Sapel version. This particular one is $499, and for a beginner guitar, it's probably on the pricier side compared to some other ones. And if you want to go for more expensive versions with different types of wood or electronics, the price can go up to around $1,200. For some people, that is like too high a price to pay. So another thing I wanted to mention about this guitar is it does come with this gig bag as part of your $499 price. It does come with the buttons so that you can put a strap on it and you don't have to worry about adding that afterward. And overall, Taylor guitars are known for their quality and for retaining their value. I think this guitar, while it's great for beginners, it's really great for anyone. And I never felt like this was a beginner guitar that I would outgrow. And so that, for some people, is something to keep in mind. To spend money on a guitar and then have to trade it in and buy another guitar, that isn't really fun. This particular guitar is really versatile because of its size. It's easy to travel with, it's easier for people who want to write songs, and it's easy for people to use as a beginner or even intermediate because of some of the features that I talked about in the size of the guitar itself, and especially for people with small frames. People it is not for. So if someone wants a bass sound that you're going to get in a full-size guitar or a dreadnought, you're not going to get in this particular type of guitar. Some people find that the neck, while I found it great to have the small and narrow neck with short distance between the frets, other people don't like that. So some people might find it's too small to play. And this is definitely a pricier option for guitars at the $499 with the lowest model of guitar with no electronics. It is on the pricier side, so that I guess would be a con. So in closing, choosing a guitar is really very personal. I want to share that my experience is maybe not the same as everyone else, but I know many people who have hit roadblocks and quit because of that. Learning guitar should feel more approachable and not intimidating and not frustrating, annoying, or painful. And while this Taylor GS Mini didn't magically make me a better player, it definitely made me feel more comfortable to play more often. And so the end result was that I've been able to become a better player because of that, being able to play comfortably. My call to action to you is, if you're in the evaluation process of choosing a new guitar, Make sure you check out my video on overcoming the fear of going into a guitar store so that you can test out some guitars. If you already have a Taylor GS Mini, I would love to hear in the comments about your experience so far with it. And if you're trying to choose your first guitar, I'd love to hear what other options you're considering. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you next time.